Hello, everyone. Behind the bright lights and professional smiles they always displayed, there was a story that had always been a secret. When Tan Songyun finally revealed the truth she had kept to herself for years, the atmosphere changed drastically. Soo Kai, who had always been known for being strong and in control, could not hide his pain. The entertainment world was shocked. What exactly happened? And why was this truth so shocking? Soo Kai and Tan Songyun first starred together in a popular drama that quickly achieved high ratings and created a wave of loyal fans. Their chemistry was so strong that viewers could not tell the difference between acting and reality. Every look, every touch, seemed to convey emotions that were much deeper than the script. Fans began to speculate. Had this on-screen love transformed into something more real? But both Soo Kai and Tan Songyun always maintained a professional attitude. They answered media questions with smiles and light jokes. But there was something in their gazes, especially when the cameras were off, that suggested an unfinished story. After the drama ended, they were rarely seen together in public. Some blamed their busy schedules, others suggested there was emotional distance. But rumors persisted, especially among the fandom, which is sensitive to small changes. What the public didn't know was that for years, there was a wound in Tan Songyun's heart that had never healed. She held a secret that was too heavy to share, even with her closest friends. She chose to remain silent, choosing to hide something that ultimately hurt herself, and unknowingly destroyed Soo Kai. In a special nationally televised interview to celebrate her decade-long career, Tan Songyun was given the chance to share something she had never told the public before. At first, she hesitated. Her gaze was distant, her sweet smile fading slightly. But then, in a trembling but honest voice, she said, "All this time, there was one thing that kept haunting me. I never told Soo Kai that I truly loved him. Not during filming, not as a character, but as himself. And I chose to remain silent because I was afraid of destroying what we had built." The reporters fell silent. The production team gasped. And within minutes, the internet exploded. Fans wrote, cried, reposted the interview clip thousands of times. But the most shaken was Soo Kai himself. Soo Kai, who watched the broadcast live from the filming location, reportedly left the set immediately. Witnesses said he walked aimlessly, his eyes red and his gaze blank. He did not give any statement for days, not even to his manager. In a rare occasion, one of Soo Kai's close friends revealed to the media that the actor had cried silently for 2 nights in a row. Not because he was angry, but because he regretted it. Because all this time he had felt the same way, but both chose to remain silent. "We are like 2 blind people who love each other in the dark, but never turn on the lights," Soo Kai said in a message that he finally uploaded to his personal account a few days after the interview went viral. After Tan Songyun's confession, the public began to dig up all their interactions over the years. Old videos, candid photos, even behind the scenes of their drama filming that were once considered ordinary are now filled with emotional comments. Soo Kai's gaze that seemed so gentle, Songyun's touch that was too natural. All of them were like puzzle pieces that now fit together perfectly. Fans regretted the time that had been lost. They mourned a story that might never have a happy ending. But there are also many who hope. Maybe this is the beginning of a new chapter. Several weeks after the painful silence, Soo Kai finally appeared on a year-end special variety show. When the host carefully brought up Tan Songyun, there has been no official statement. But fans speculate that maybe, just maybe, this is the time for them to stop staying silent. That the truth, even though it hurts, can also be a new beginning. The story of Soo Kai and Tan Songyun is a true depiction of how fragile humans are, how strong love is, and how silence can be the most painful choice. In a fast-paced and demanding world, they chose to keep their feelings to themselves. But when the truth was finally revealed, everything changed. Soo Kai was devastated, not because of hatred, but because of love that was not expressed in time. And Tan Song-yoon, with extraordinary courage, opened her old wounds for the sake of honesty. Will they find their way back? Or will this forever be a love that was too late? One thing is for sure, Tan Song-yoon's confession not only changed their lives, but also left a deep mark on the hearts of millions of people who watched. That love, even though it comes with pain, is still something beautiful when it is finally expressed. Tan Song-yoon's shocking confession has opened a long-hidden page that had been hidden behind the glittering screens of the entertainment world. In one honest statement, she not only revealed her long-hidden love, but also shook the hearts of Soo Kai and the entire public who had only been guessing. Soo Kai, who had always seemed strong and in control, showed his most vulnerable side after hearing the truth. Their emotional reactions are proof that love that is suppressed for too long can leave deep wounds. As weeks turned into months, industry insiders reported subtle changes in both their behaviors. Tan Song-yoon was seen spending more time off camera, reportedly taking a break from upcoming filming schedules. Soo Kai, too, postponed several interviews and appearances, citing the need for personal time, something he had never done before in his career. Rumors started to spread once more, but this time with a different tone. Sources close to the pair suggested they were in contact again. Frequent, quiet, and far from the public eye. There were whispers of long conversations, of tearful reconciliation, of nights spent walking under quiet city lights without paparazzi shadows. Some say they wrote letters to each other, something old-fashioned, yet deeply intimate. Words that were never spoken during their years of silent love now filled pages soaked in vulnerability. Soo Kai, in one interview months later, hinted that, sometimes, love deserves to be written, so that the heart can read it before the ears ever hear it. Fan pages were flooded with edits, tributes, and even open letters begging the couple to take another chance. International media picked up the story, drawing parallels with other tragic romances in film history. Yet none felt as real, as raw, or as current as theirs. Eventually, Soo Kai appeared at a fan meeting and shared something that reignited hope. If you still love someone, and that person still holds a piece of your heart, maybe silence should never have been the language we used. I'm learning to speak again, he said, his voice gentle but assured. Tan Song-yoon, on her birthday, uploaded a single photo to her account. A simple image of a bench beneath a cherry blossom tree, the same setting from a pivotal scene in their drama. No caption. But the implication was loud enough. Fans cried anew. Many recognized it as a sign that the memories were still alive. The production team behind their drama even hinted at a sequel, stirring more rumors that perhaps the two stars were willing to reunite, on screen, and maybe beyond. But whether the project would move forward remained unclear, wrapped in mystery and hope. Their story had taken on a life of its own. Beyond entertainment, beyond celebrity, Soo Kai and Tan Song-yoon had become symbols of lost chances, delayed honesty, and the bravery it takes to confront deep feelings. In university forums, psychology discussions, and relationship columns, their situation became a case study in emotional intelligence and fear of vulnerability. Counselors used it to illustrate how bottling feelings can damage not only relationships, but the individuals themselves. Despite the emotional chaos